I assure you that the government will continue to work with KUPPET in areas of mutual interest. The nature of our partnership is such that we may not agree all the time. And that's fine, so long as we understand that we agree on what is most important to give our children the best education possible. On that, we agree. In response to KUPPET's demands, we also harmonized the salaries of teachers with that of other public servants, including the entry level, including all the allowances. And we have employed more than 20,000 new teachers to address the understaffing and extended education services in areas where no previous administration had ever thought of establishing schools. I promise you that we will do more with your partnership. Teaching is one of the most noble professions in our society. Every other profession flows from teaching. I have come here today to tell you that the government of Kenya understands this reality and appreciates the role teachers play in our country. We understand and we appreciate the influence you have on millions of our children on whose potential we rely on to drive the transformation of our country and society. The Kenya we want, the one we envision in grand plans such as Vision 2030 and the Big Four, already exists because of your effort in your classrooms. There are students in your classes who will change this country in ways we cannot imagine. Some will invent, some will innovate, others will serve and inspire, but only if you inspire them first. I have said, and let me repeat, we will always engage honestly and diligently, and I want to persuade you that you too engage with us under the same parameters. Otherwise, to all of you, to KUPPET at 20, to the teaching fraternity of Kenya, I want to say to you, congratulations on your 20th anniversary again, and my very best wishes for Christmas and a prosperous, happy 2019. Housing is a constitutional human right, number one. Number two, we have about 6.5 million people who live in subhuman conditions. That's a fairly huge percentage of Kenyans. Number three, only 2% of all housing in Kenya is affordable, low-cost housing. And that is where the problem is. We want to make it possible for a Kenyan with 5,000 shillings or 10,000 shillings to have a mortgage where they pay 5,000 or 10,000, and in 15 years or 20 years, instead of paying rent of 5 or 10,000, you pay mortgage of 5 or 10,000, and in 15 or 20 years, the house becomes yours. That's where we are going. And I really want to persuade you to look at it that way. It will give the opportunity to the people I am addressing here, who pay rents of 10, 15,000, to own a 2 or 3 bedroomed house in Nairobi, or in Eldoret, or in Kisumu, or in Mombasa. In fact, the biggest beneficiaries of our housing plan will be the teachers of Kenya, I dare say. And you will prove me right one day, because you are the people in our middle class, in our lower middle class. You are the people who will become the biggest beneficiaries of this plan. And that is why, Mr. Secretary General, we are willing, we are ready to sit down and engage with you on behalf of KUPPET and the teachers of Kenya so that we can understand how this housing plan will benefit the teachers of Kenya. So that is the plan we have. And I want to tell you, good people, maybe we should have expanded the engagement way before Parliament took the steps that they have done. We want to commit that even if it means that we isolate part of this housing plan specifically for teachers, we will do that. Even if it means that we ring fence part of this plan to belong specifically to teachers, we are willing to go that direction. Because that way we can, you people can see directly how your 1.5 is going to benefit you.